We've come here to Kabatia village, just outside Jenin. We've come to the house of Mohamed Nazal, a teenager who was released from Israeli jail this week. He says that Israeli guards beat him and injured his hands. Mohamed says both hands were fractured in the assault 8 days before his release. Freed from jail on Monday night, Mohamed is still imprisoned by his injuries, needing help to eat, drink and go to the bathroom, he says. First from his fellow prisoners, now from his family. The happy reunion they expected, rewritten on the faces of his relatives around the room.
They arranged us so that the elderly prisoners were put in the back and the young in the front. They took me and started beating me. I was trying to protect my head, and they were trying to break my legs and my hands.
Israel's prison service says Mohamed was examined by a doctor before release and that his claims are false. It's published a video of him boarding a Red Cross bus on Monday night, his hands unbandaged. But meeting his family on arrival in the West Bank, both hands are wrapped in bandages. Mohamed said the first treatment he received was on that Red Cross bus. On the day he arrived back, a hospital in Ramallah confirmed that both his hands were fractured. We showed the X-rays to 2 UK doctors who confirmed the diagnosis. His medical report recommends admission to hospital and possible surgery. Mohamed says abuse of Palestinian prisoners was common after the Hamas attacks last month. He showed me the bruises where he says guards use sticks, their feet and dogs to assault them.
The dog attacking me wore a muzzle with very sharp edges. His muzzle and claws left marks all over my body. Then they started beating us. They took our mattress, our clothes, our pillows, and they threw our food on the floor. People were terrified.
Other prisoners have confirmed that guards' behaviour changed after the Hamas attacks. The BBC has spoken to 6 prisoners who said they were beaten before their release. The Palestinian Prisoners Society says it's heard testimony of guards urinating on handcuffed inmates. Israel says it's not aware of these claims and that all prisoners are legally detained. Mohamed's brother says something in him has broken.
This is not the Muhammad we know. He was much stronger back then. It's as if his heart is filled with terror.
Mohamed's freedom was bought by Hamas with Israeli hostages. The impact of the Hamas attacks keenly felt, he says, in the chance of release and in Israeli jails. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, Kabatia.